Hello everybody, Hellcrest here, and welcome to another Mercenary Thoughts from the Inner Sphere, episode, 349. Today we're going to be talking about the Odin Scout Tank, a little itty bitty wheeled vehicle from the clans that can provide a little bit of recon action for you if you want to go look at it. It's 20 tons, it has a fusion reactor, it's an 812 moving little vehicle. It does come with 10 heat sinks because obviously it has a fusion reactor. So everything should have a fusion reactor, right? For the clans. It allows you to put all kinds of interesting stuff on it. Alright, it does have 1.5 tons of ferrofibrous armor, enough to keep the crew from falling out and taking a little bit of damage from some annoying infantry or vehicles. Alright, so the weapon systems on board are, we got 2 medium pulse lasers in a turret. We have a Streak 2 in the turret with a ton of ammo in the body. Then we have an ER small laser in the front slope. And then in the body we have an active probe. So, geez, if it's a scout, it's got to find stuff, right? So the active probe makes total sense. And with the 10 free heat sinks that you come with a fusion reactor, you can throw on the 2 pulse lasers and the ER small and not worry about heat. So it's balanced that way. So that's a good thing. So highly useful. So it does have a little bit of teeth out to 12 with those pulse lasers. So yeah, it's kind of nice. And it kind of, with the pulse lasers, you're taking away any type of movement modifiers you may have if you're... To be honest, why wouldn't you be moving this thing as fast as you can? Because if you slow this down, you look at it, it doesn't take much to punch a hole through it. You know, you're looking at very little armor indeed on this thing. So you look, and let me check here real quick. It's 49 points of armor. No, not 49, wrong one. That's a different variant. Okay, let's open this one. 29 points. There we go. The yeah, you got 7, 6, and on the sides, and then 4 on the turret. So any type of weapon system, like a clan pulse laser, medium pulse laser, hitting it on the front is going to, well, take all of your armor off. Anything larger than that just punches holes and it's done. It's a quick, easy death. And it comes in, it's kind of expensive when it comes to almost 700 battle value, 690. So just short of the 700. So yeah, it's like kind of pricey. So if you're going into a combined arms game where you're facing off a lot against like inner sphere infantry and vehicles, yeah, the odds of it sticking around longer are better because you keep the speed moving, and your typical inner sphere gunnery is going to be 4. So, yeah. You're pretty safe out to when you get into close range against this thing. So, but with the Beagle Probe, you got to get kind of close to find out where these things are hidden. If you got anything hidden, any type of objects you're looking for. So, there. Now that's the important thing of the Beagle Probe. But if you do come across something, it does have the teeth to take a chunk out of it. So there. Now there's like I said, several ways that you could use this thing. You know, it's like obviously it's a scout, and you're going to be running around the flanks with this thing, trying to find targets that may be hidden. Something like this, you know, the grand battle that happened against the clans in Comstar on that one planet. It would have been probably handy to have a bunch of these because, you know, it's like in the books and everything, it's like Comstar hit everything, and then when everything showed up, they'd pop out of nowhere and get a first strike on them. So yeah, it kind of behooved him to maybe have some recon. As a cavalry officer in the military, recon is very, very important. Finding your enemy first is a good thing. And that allows the King of Battle to show up and deliver its poison pills as you move on. Let them bombard the targets and then move on. That's why have some follow-on arrow force systems would be nice with, a force. But I digress. Now, there's another variant to this one, the spotter. Now, this one does take the whole concept of the recon to heart, and the excuse me, boy, sorry, the spotter version. All right, this one strips all the weapons off of it and replaces the weapons with a pair of AP Gauss rifles. Yes, those go out to 9. Has 40 rounds with it. Well, that's probably plenty enough for the life expectancy of this vehicle, but it gives you some definite anti-infantry capability. Then you have ECM on board. You have tag, so obviously this makes it a artillery spotter. And then it has a narc beacon, so you can fly by, do a drive-by, hit them with the narc pod if you hit with it. And then that allows you to have missiles rain down on top of that target with the plus mods, So that's kind of nice. And to be honest, the only place I ever would put a narc beacon is on a vehicle. I'm not a big fan of putting narc beacons and wasting that tonnage on a mech. Unless it is a scout mech, its whole purpose is to go out there and do the job that this thing can do. And, at a 340 battle value, which is about half of what the prime version is, it kind of makes sense that, you're going to have a few of these running around just spotting and tagging and narc pod any type of targets out there. And it does have 2 tons of ammo for the narc pod, so it makes total sense to have something like this. I consider it a decent design for the job that you want it to do. Now, with the AP Gauss rifles, yes, they go out to 9. They only do 3 points of damage. So your primary thing is either using the tag system, have the ECM to keep you alive. So there's that. So, yeah. That's the important thing when it comes to this loadout of this vehicle. So, kind of rolling around the flanks, it kind of behooves you to have some like rocket artillery, like Aero Force systems to move up behind you and bombard your targets and let them do the hard, heavy work for you. Not get stuck in. It's like you're tagging somebody with that. And with that narc pod and that tag system, and you're just flying along it as fast as you can. And if somebody does get close enough to use the AP Gauss rifles, yeah, do some plinky damage to them, but don't get stuck in. Keep these things alive, and because they're your eyes and ears for your arrow systems. So makes total sense to me. All right, so that's pretty much it. It's not a really elaborate delivery system. Now, the one thing I had considered maybe doing was like take the prime version and remove the streaks and replace them with like some AP Gauss rifle. And that gives you some anti-infantry capability, and add another half ton of armor to kick it up just a wee bit. That'll allow you to stay alive maybe a little bit longer, to take a hit or two, a little heavier hits, but odds of you staying alive are pretty slim against clans themselves, because they're going to have good pilots, they're going to have good weapons that will make short work of you. This is pretty much something I would use against inner sphere opponents at a cheaper cost if possibility. And if you don't want to take a small 20-ton, like a dasher or something like that, for your mech, versus some of these Odins. So that's it. All right. Hope everybody likes it. Like and subscribe, share with their friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Hellcracks out.